Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gav Major and this is a review of the Italian Tech Tree Tier 3 cruiser Giussano. Now she is available as early access and will be researchable in the next patch. Now, to give her official name, it would be Alberto da Giussano, and she was the lead ship of the first batch of 4 cruisers of the Condottieri class. She was sunk at the Battle of Cape Bon, where she was attempting a fast Mediterranean dash convoy in order to get gasoline over to the Africa Corps, I guess you could say, and Italian armies over there. Unfortunately, she was intercepted in a night action, and the horrible thing to read about is that the gasoline was being carried in metal containers on the deck of the ship. So things didn't go well. It went bad very quickly, is the best way to put it. Now, as always, in comparison to the other Tech Tree ships, she has the compromise trait when it comes to survivability. She has average base HP, but she has thin armour, with the banding being 6mm to 40mm, and then she does have torpedo protection, which is quite interesting because there's only 2 cruisers, or Tech Tree cruisers I should say, which do actually have torpedo protection. And obviously in comparison to the other one, the Giussano does have the better of the 2. Going on to artillery, I just want to show you something here. What you're seeing is, at the moment, even though I have all guns trained, I can't fire what would be known as X turret from my port side from the forward. I have to bring pretty much around to being broadside on in order to actually bring that turret to fire. However, from my starboard side, X turret can actually fire forward, so it's quite interesting. But what I want to say is she has 8 6-inch guns in 4 dual gun turrets. We have A turret, B turret super firing, X turret super firing, and Y turret at the rear. Now, these guns are an average gun caliber for the tier, and you do have a good number of guns for a broadside. You have average range, but the slowest reload and turret traverse speed, so you're not exactly going to be throwing lots of shells down range, and it is slightly irritating that you can actually out-turn your turrets. Just going to re-engage into the objective. I'm going to switch my guns to the starboard side and hopefully show you that the X turret can actually engage while facing forward from the starboard side. It is only the port side that X turret seems to have a problem, or whether or not it's a glitch or historically accurate is always another question. Now, she has the joint second highest HE shell damage, she has joint best fire chance for her HE shells, and she has average AP shell damage for the tier. However, because of her slow rate of fire, she does have the worst HE and AP DPM along with fires per minute. Going on to torpedoes, you do have two twin torpedo launchers, one port, one starboard. Now, these are the second quickest to reload for the per launcher, but you have to then take into consideration that it's only 2 torpedoes. It's not exactly going to take you too long to put 2 torpedoes into a launcher. So when you look at it as a reload time per tube, you are looking at the slowest reload time per tube. So the launcher reloads quickly simply because of its short amount of, or low amount of actual torpedo tubes. Now, the torpedoes do have the second lowest torpedo damage. They have a 1 km detectability, which is quite short, but they have an 8 km range, which is the longest range for the tier. Now, due to their slow speed but short detectability, when enemies spot them at 1 km range, they will have the least amount of time to actually respond to those torpedoes. However, should they be detected by sonar due to their slow speed, they're also going to have the longest amount of time to respond to those torpedoes at, say, 3.4 km. Sorry, squeaking it through there. Now, Maneuverability, she does have the fast trait, and based on this fast trait, yeah, she is fast with a top speed of 36.5 knots. However, she does have a slower than average rudder shift, but she does have a decent turning circle. Just predicting that he's going to keep turning in. Concealment wise, you do have the best concealment for your tier at pretty much all categories, which is quite nifty. We're just going to see if we can get some torpedoes out from our stern. And that's one of the nice ones with the reload speed. However, it's only 2 torpedoes, they don't exactly do a lot of damage. I need to fix my rudder and turn out, but I don't think I'm going to be around for much longer this game. Now, she does come with 3 Catapult Fighters, which is quite interesting because there's not a lot of Tech Tree ships which come with aircraft at this tier. I think there's only 3 in total, so you are one of 3. However, in comparison to the ones that do come with aircraft, you do have the worst DPS for your aircraft. Now, as always, down in the description will be the modules and the commander build used during this review. However, I should let you know that I've taken aiming systems just because it's a general buff to everything else. The other option is to go for a main battery mod, but that means that you have to improve your turret traverse speed, which is nice, but make your reload speed worse. And considering that your reload speed and your turret traverse speed are pretty poor, it doesn't seem to be the right kind of trade-off really. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, feel free to check out some of our other content, or maybe subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys. Until the end screen, I think we'll go into some Colonel Bogey's March. And there we go at the end screen. Made 60,000 damage out of it, which is fair enough. Managed to get myself 2 kills. Some of those from the torpedoes, which was quite amusing. Going on to the end screen, okay, getting top of the team, but not a lot of seals in this game. It does look like quite a few people who have been playing the game for a while, judging by the badges and the tags, although that may not completely mean a lot when you consider that how easy it can be to get them. Credits wise, managed to make 99,000 credits. The ship buying cost at tier 3 is only 10,000 credits, so you're always going to be able to make money at this unless you absolutely, I think even if you're AFK, I think you would still make money at this tier. Well, I'd also like to say thank you to Mike for his assistance with some of the Italian pronunciations. It has been helpful, and I do hope I got them right and didn't balls them up. If you'd like to support the channel, you can always check out our Patreon page, and it's also a way that you'll be able to get early access to certain videos and select your own choice of content. Until next time, I'm the Gallop Major, and back to the ball.